structure. Now let us see the example. I want to explain how to execute MySQL with an example. Once you open MySQL, we can open MySQL or else SQL in two ways. To open MySQL, the first way is searching method. So after installing MySQL, we'll search here. We can search here by specifying the MySQL, right? Then it will opens the application, then click on that application and the prompt will be opened. Otherwise, we can find out MySQL by scrolling the applications, click on that one and it opens. It is a second method. It opens the MySQL prompt. MySQL prompt will be opened. Let us see. It opens the MySQL prompt and it asks the user to enter the password. So MySQL prompt will be opened. It is a communication between the client and server. Remember student, it is a communication between the client and server. Client and server. So client is a machine or a person who requests. Requesting machine is called client, responding machine is called server. So it asks about the password. At the time of installation, password is your wish. So after entering the password, it opens the window. See, I entered the password. My password is root. Generally we will use root, right? My password is root. Then it opens the prompt with MySQL. This is the prompt. It opens the prompt with MySQL. Okay, this is the prompt. You can observe the prompt here, and it is giving the command prompt messages like the version, server version, and copyrights, and it is a product of Oracle, and it is also telling about the /h, that is help. /h is meant for help. /c, that is meant for clear screen, and this is what called as prompt. MySQL greater than symbol tells about the prompt, MySQL prompt. Now we can write all the commands in this prompt. We can change the properties also by clicking on the top of the prompt, right side, right click, then it opens the properties and you can change the properties, color, font color, size, everything we can change. Okay, now see, I created the database. Now I want to check it. I want to create a database here. Just now I created the database. Create database school. What is the database name? School is the database name. Then it will use the number of seconds to create the database. Then I return the show databases. It is going to list out the different databases. See, here we can find my database. School database is there. Okay, then after creating the database, you are eligible to create table. So before creating the table, let us open that database by using a command called use command. Use school. The database will be changed. You will get a message, database changed. Now check it out. How many tables are there in that database? Show tables. Show command is used to list out the tables present in the database. To check the number of databases, means list of databases, we are using show databases command that shows the databases, and same command show tables will show command is used to display the tables also after entering into the database. Okay, show tables will shows the number of tables and with the list of tables and present in the opened database. In this example, I didn't created any table, so it is showing empty set. Okay, coming to the next slide. So in this slide, I tried to create a table after entering into the school database. Now this is what called as a school database, and I entered into school database. Use school. Then the database will be changed. After changing the database, show tables, it shows the tables. Then now I'm trying to create a table. Create table student. Create table student. Student, don't forget to mention this semicolon. This is very important one, semicolon. And I didn't mention the column list. Most of the time students will do this mistake. Whenever you are using a create table, see the syntax and write down the examples. Create table student followed by the list of columns. So it is showing a table must have at least one column. So this is the error you are getting. You don't have a columns. So example also it is giving. Then I created the table. Now see this example. Create table student with the list roll number that is integer type, name, roll number, name, English, roll number is int, name is char. In this case I didn't mention the size, not mentioning the size here. Even you are not mentioning the size, it is going to work. The default size for that one is 11 digits. The default size for that one is 11 digits. See this column, I will explain this column later. Okay, name character 15, the fixed length character I am taking. Even you are giving 4 characters, Ravi, RAVI, it will take 15 characters size. English integer, byte 2 bytes I given to size as 2. So this size indicates what it indicates. This size indicates the number of records in the table. Number of records in the table. Suppose you given the size for rule number int 2. If it is a primary key, then the maximum number of records occupied by the table is 0 to 99 records. 0 to 99 records. How many records? 0 to 99 means it's not 99. Total records are 100 including 0. If the size is 2, then the maximum size of the table is 100. So this 2 indicates the number of digits. Largest 2-digit number is 99. The smallest one is 0. From the 0 to 99, it is 100. 100 records will be added. Okay. So I inserted the records. Before inserting the records, I created the table with the columns. The column list are rule number, name, English, mathematics, physics, chemistry, IP. These are the subject I included in the table. Then the table is created. After creating the table, I inserted the records into the table. 2 methods I followed. The first method is direct values. See this one, direct values I am assigning. Insert into student values. The first one is roll number 1 and the name is Raj, and the Y values I given, that is the exam marks like English subjects, English, mathematics, physics, chemistry and IP marks. So we can insert the records in 2 ways. The first way is direct values. So only one record will be inserted, and you want to insert one more record, again you have to retype the insert into student values with the different values. And remember, the list of values, what are the values you are giving, that should be matched with your column list and with their data types. That is, first one is rule number, second one is name, followed by the subject marks. So all are integers, right? Second method is inserting group of values. Now see, in this method I am inserting at a time 3 records. To insert 3 records, insert into student. I am not mentioning the values, I am mentioning the column list, that is roll number, name, ENG English, Maths, Physics, Chemistry, IP. After mentioning that, I am writing the values. So group of values at a time I am writing. Pair wise I am writing. The first pair is 2, Ramu, and the list of values, and separated by comma. So 3 values I wrote and executed, 3 records are inserted. Okay. So now check the table structure. To check the table structure, we will use DESC. DESC student. So I done a mistake here. Now see this example. DESC student. It displays the list of columns, field names with their data types, and null default value, key default value, extra. So these are the columns it is going to display. See roll number, int, what is the size it is giving? 11, because you are not mentioned the size. So default size is 11, default value is null, and you are not mentioning any keys. Default one is null. Yes, null is accepted. So similar for name, English the size is 2. So remaining all are 11. So this is about the creating the table and seeing the structure of the table. Okay. Now I want to discuss about displaying the complete details of the student. Now whenever you are writing select star from student, it displays the complete table structure with the values. See roll number, name, English, Maths, Physics, Chemistry, IP. 4 records are inserted. First record I was inserted with single insert method, single pair of values, and second other 3 records are inserted group insert method. And now see I want to add one more column, that is total. To add a column total, we are using alter table student add total integer 3. So the table is created, and after creating the table, altering is done. Now the table is having the records with the extra column called total. Even I updated with the help of update command. Now see this example, update student set total is equal to English plus Physics plus Chemistry plus Maths plus IP, and don't forget to mention semicolon student, then it will be updated. First I did a mistake, so I got an error. And second one, I written the wrong spelling for the student here. Now second one I got an answer, and now see the updated table. The updated table is total is updated with calculated value. So you update command is used to do modifications, right? So today we have seen about the alter command. We also seen the modifying the structure of the table with the help of alter sub commands, that is add, modify, change, drop, and we have seen execution part and what errors we are going to get. All the things we have discussed, and the differences between the drop and delete, and drop, alter, and create an alter, and we have seen what is the use of null also. I hope you understood. Thank you very much students.